Hello, I'm Doug and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel, and today we're at Brie-Like cheese number 12, where we're looking at another American craft creamery called Uplands Cheese in Dodgeville, Wisconsin, and this cheese is called Rush Creek Reserve. So this is very Brie-like. It's got a white rind, so it's telling me it's the Penicillium candidum. The inside is very yellow, like custard. It is, I'm thinking grass-fed cows. And the distinctive thing here, let's see, soft ripened cheese wrapped in spruce. So I started to cut a little wedge out of this cheese, and the knife wouldn't go through because this thing was around it. I was thinking spruce, what are they going to do? Roll it in Christmas tree needles or something? But when I opened it up, this is what was around, a little piece of wood or bark or something. So it left a few little black specks on it, but I don't care. I eat little specks all the time. So this is a beautiful cheese. It's going to be creamy. It's very soft. It's been sitting out an hour to bring it to room temperature. And I think I'm going to have a good time with this one. So, well, on the nose, it's a pretty typical brie, a little funky, a little sulfury, mushroomy. Okay, when I first opened it up, I had an ammonia aroma, which is one of Liz Thorpe's warning signs. Oh, I didn't mention the book. Liz Thorpe's The Book of Cheese. It's a wonderful guide to all things Brie-like in the chapter called Brie. And she does not mention this cheese specifically or this creamery, but she does warn against cheeses that smell of ammonia. That indicates it's too far along, it's too ripe, it's going bad, or it's well on the way, it's getting close, and you need to be careful. But now that it's been out in the air and opened up a little bit, I don't really get the ammonia at all. I did taste it back then when I first cut it, and didn't detect any problems. Nothing's too far along. The use by date is a couple weeks in the future, maybe 3 weeks in the future, so I'm not all that worried about it, but do watch out for that ammonia smell. Could be an indication that your cheese is not something you're going to enjoy. So let us get into this by putting some of this on a Breton original cracker. It's got some graininess and some salt to it. Oh wow, this is hard to work with. The rind part doesn't want to stick to anything, and the rest of it's kind of like a custardy pudding. Wow, what a texture. It's very soft. It spreads easily. Yeah, here we go. Creamy and rich. There's not a lot of dairy notes, but there's a full fat feel to the mouthfeel for sure. This is thick and creamy without cream or butter or other dairy notes for the taste. Oh, I got a little rind, and it doesn't have a lot of mushroom character either. I can detect a bit of saltiness. Wow, the rind is kind of tough. It doesn't give, and then when it finally goes through, it squishes some of the interior. So I'm not sure I can describe the tastes that I'm getting because it's not dairy. It's not very mushroomy. It's not buttery. Okay, there's a little mushroom there. Yeah, I think the rind has the normal characteristics that we're used to in these brie-like things. So, as is typical for American cheeses, it doesn't say Brie anywhere on the package, although it is not 2 cents worth of difference between this and a French Brie. Little label on the side says, "This cheese grows natural blue and white molds. To enjoy, warm to room temperature, peel back the top and spoon out the custardy center." Well, that is a good description. This is like custard for sure. And if it got any warmer, it would be running in spoonable. But I'm having trouble getting pieces onto the crackers because the center is so soft and the rind is so tough. Okay, this will be an interesting piece. Got lots of the side, lots of the top, and a little bit of interior on very little cracker. There's a saltiness, there's a savory aspect to the greater amount of rind inside on this one. Has a savory character like a meat broth. Wow. I'm getting some sort of pork broth or beef broth type character to it. So the cheese is interesting. I'm gonna have to taste this more. And I got the other 3/4 of it, so I will taste it more, but I'm not finding a lot of flavors to describe right here. The savory note's the most interesting part. So I'm gonna try pairing with some dried cherries. So these are sour cherries that have been sweetened a little bit, I think. A little glycerin and sugar. So I have to put 3 of them on top of this little toast with a good slab of the cheese and rind. Mmm. Mmm. Oh wow, that goes. Some saltiness and savory character come out of the cheese. Cherries keep all their character. They're sour, they're fruity, and it really pops like cherries work with pork dishes a lot of time. So that is a good pairing. That worked pretty well. So a little different type of cheese, and I'm not sure what it's from. The rind turned out a little different. The inside is nice and fluid, but not really runny. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of this, but it is a little bit different. This is this creamery's take on Brie. So it's somewhat similar, somewhat different. So I'll enjoy it more. And won't get to tell you all about it. So if you like the videos you've been seeing here, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment, leave a question down below. Get to know us a little bit. We want to get to know you. And subscribe to the channel and click on that bell to get notified when the new videos come out. Usually Mondays. So, I think that will wrap up this one of Upland's cheese from Wisconsin, Rush Creek Reserve.